Hey guys, and welcome to this Project Cars PC career gameplay. Now, as you can see, I've just popped in my name. Yes, there are a lot of A's in my surname, and I've picked the nickname TGR, which stands for the Game Relay, and going with the United Kingdom nationality, seeing as that's where I am from. Going for a car number of 7, I believe, because that is probably my favourite number if I have one. Now I was thinking about which tier to go through, and I thought let's start right from the bottom and work my way up.
Interested in hiring you as a driver.
Yes, and the contracts, which I believe I just went with this one anyway. Doesn't really matter which one I went with; nothing really offered anything in particular that stood out.
Kart racing. This is where many successful racing champions started out, and a great place to learn the basic principles of competitive racing. You'll start out in a short national series, followed by the Entry Karts Championship. Each round features a sprint race and a main race. Points are scored by the top 8 finishers. Bonus points are awarded for fastest qualifying time and fastest race lap time. The pit lane is open for refueling, repairs, and tire changes. It's time to start your karting career. This is your career dashboard.
Right, okay, well I just want to say that karting, I had never driven a kart, a go-kart, or, you know, in this game, because I use my G27 wheel, and I personally I never used it. You know, I was always going with the Formula A's and some of the more sort of high performance cars, but this was me sort of going in the calendar and jumping straight to one of the event days.
All the sessions that take place on this day. You can only enter sessions that are part of your current sport. You can drive, skip, or simulate any of the practice and qualifying sessions. If you skip qualifying, you'll be placed last on the grid.
Okay, so I kind of went with 3 laps because I thought 2 might be a little bit short, seeing as the actual the tracks for kart races are really short. So I gave myself 3 just to give myself the chance or the opportunity to you know, catch up in case I do terrible. Now, one thing that you will see in a minute is just how difficult, you know, racing with a kart is. I mean, it may not be on a controller, but on the wheel it was just, I was oversteering so much and over braking actually a lot of the time as well. So it was just really difficult because they're such light vehicles, you know, they're just karts, you know, you could probably lift them up with one arm. Probably, I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, you can see I start at 5th, I think it was. There I am. Oh, I'm number 17, I'm sure I picked 7. I'm actually rolling on the start there, but no penalty. Straight away get inside onto position 4, so P4 at the moment going through here, and you'll notice that I'm doing a lot of driving with one hand. That's because having to shift gears really quickly because of the look at me, I pretty much go to a standstill, which is terrible driving. And again, just that one-handed driving didn't really agree with me, and it's my fault really. I just felt like I had to change gears so often to slow down and accelerate, because some of the turns are pretty sort of angular on these kart courses. But trying to get some headway, just trying to go around the outside of the P3 there. A bit of wheel bashing side to side, trying to be as aggressive as possible, but didn't want to really bash anyone out of the actual track. Clean but aggressive. Tried to get the inside there and I actually got bashed by the AI there. Don't know why it said cut track. Maybe just where I got bashed outside of the track. Oh god, losing traction there quite badly. Oh lord, that is terrible. Terrible driving. Currently at P2 and on the 3rd lap, and what I end up doing here is just managing to keep it on the straight there, otherwise I was gonna essentially spin out. But pretty pleased for my first race in a kart, and it was pretty hectic, you know. You can see I'm pumping my fist. I'm pretty pleased, pretty excited to get that, getting on the podium, of course.
Here you can see you the race results.
So currently sitting on 12 points. Sergei Vorontsov is currently leading this competition. Oh, I can hear an ice cream van outside. Hopefully that doesn't come through on the actual microphone. If it does, I apologize. But here you can see starting in position 2, and it's a running start, this one. I wasn't quite happy with how it let you go right on the corner. I was just sort of lost it almost a little bit, and straight away you can see there. P1 just leading the way, but I actually quite like it when there was someone ahead of me, just to get to grips with the actual track and help me with the race lines. Seeing as I don't use race lines as a guide, I stopped doing that quite a while ago. I want to sort of trust myself a little bit to try and pick up the track just for experience, and you'll notice that I do a little bit better in terms of racing lines and also braking, the braking zones and things like that in this race. So obviously I learned a little bit, got him on the inside there quite easily, in fact. So in P1 now, again still doing a lot of one-handed racing, which is obviously not ideal. I know probably get slated quite a bit for that, but what I found out was that gear 3, I mean at this point I was like, I need to use both hands, so I tried my best to try and get both hands on the wheel, but I noticed that gear 3 seemed to be a good balance in acceleration, and also sort of giving me traction on the corners as well, because too low a gear would just sort of spin out the back of the car. That wasn't a very good corner anyway. But that sun looks glorious. I mean, the track looks stunning in terms of the lighting effects and other things like that. But yeah, doing a lot better now. Well, I wouldn't say a lot better. Oh god, I almost went down the wrong way there. And yeah, you can see how, you know, last lap here I can sort of hear P2 just behind me, and the checkered flag. Again, always sort of losing traction on that final straight, but coming through. Bit of a glitch there with the player, I don't know what that was about, but very pleased there to get to come first. You can see there about a good sort of 3.5 seconds ahead of P2 there, and I won the actual Kart 1 UK Nationals. Very pleased with that, especially for my first race day on the career mode. Never used this vehicle, and hopefully I can take this forward into race day 2. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be looking into getting some live commentary on as well, but if you prefer it to be placed over after, then sort of more of an analytical point of view where I can actually focus on talking, and while I'm driving I can focus on driving. But anyway guys, hopefully you liked this video. Please do hit that like button if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all next time.